for entertainment purposes only. And if you want true legal advice, contact your own lawyer.
Say that you do personal injury, but it's against ethical canons to say you specialize in something, right?
That's
Why
right.
is that?
That's right. They are. So in California, for example, you can get bar certified specialties. Like you can get a specialty in criminal law, and there's a bunch of criteria that you have to go
patent
through,
law,
and whatnot. But yes, the state bar frowns, and ethically, you can't say I specialize in this, I specialize in that. It tends to. I think the reason behind it is it tends to suggest to the person that you have some sort of state-sanctioned or bar-sanctioned increased ability in a certain area over somebody that doesn't happen. And the bar just doesn't – they don't want to really get into the business of saying, yeah, this person is better than that person is. So, if somebody says, well, I specialize in this, okay, well, who determines specialization? And how did it happen? Where can I go? It's like when somebody posts, I got an A rating by the Better Business Bureau. Well, you can go there and find out why they have it.
Sure.
So
you would instead say, I choose to practice criminal law?
Focus on
my area of emphasis. And that's beneficial because, like with doctors, you wouldn't want to go to the cardiologist for problems with your feet. Right.
Yeah, or other kind of exam. I just got one of this week. Never mind. Anyway, the point is, yes.
Breathe easy.
Right.
Is that Babar with two B's? Kudos if you know that movie. I thought you meant two B's right next to each other.
Try to smile through that. Anyway, so you really can't say I specialize in something like that, which I'm fascinated by, because there are firms that literally specialize in specific things, but they can't say it.
Well, what they'll say is these are the kind of cases we handle.
Yeah.
They just don't use the word specialize.
So do you refer a lot of cases? Is that a dumb question?
What is your practice on that, Will, for referral? Somebody comes in, it's not necessarily in your wheelhouse, it's not what you do. What's your practice on that?
The lawyering business is really unique in that sense because your license would allow you to do. You technically could take anybody in, whereas doctors, there's a bunch of board certifications, and doctors will, literally that's what it's commonly. I'm going to my general doctor, and then they're going to refer me to a specialist because I've got this type of issue. I think most lawyers and most lawyers that we deal with, they do focus on one area of law because it's really hard to be great at two. And I mention the word great because you don't want to be the type of lawyer that's not focused and going to be providing the best type of service. And likewise, somebody comes into something that I don't handle, like a family law issue. We don't do that at our firm. So what am I going to do? I'm going to refer them out to somebody that focuses on that's what they know what they're doing. They've done that before. They know all the nuances of it. They're great at that. And then likewise, if something, comes their way and, hey, I'm great at family law, but I don't do estate planning, for instance. Well, I'm going to send them to somebody that only does that estate planning because they're going to be great at it. And I'm gonna make sure that they get taken care of by somebody who knows what they're doing.
Sure.
I was talking with you over the break, Cal, earlier today, and there is one area, for example, if you practice patent law, there is a patent bar that you have to pass in addition to whatever bar certification you have in whatever state you're in, and there are certain requirements. You have to have a undergraduate degree in a specific scientific discipline in order to be able to do that.
Now, patents are federal. Is that a federal bar?
I believe it's a bar that is overseen by the Patent Office. I'm not certain of that, but you do have to have that in order to be able to practice patent law. But that's the only one that I really know of. And I want to touch on something that Will had just said. Yeah, you get your law degree. And you get your bar card from the state where you pass, and you can technically practice any area of law that doesn't require something additional like patent law that you want. You can, but you still have the ethical responsibility, and the bar rules say that you have to provide competent service. You have to be able to provide. You got to know what you're doing, And so, that's one reason why, like, somebody comes to me and says, yeah, I would really like to do personal injury. If somebody came to me, I'd refer them to I'd refer them to Fred, because I don't know everything there is to know about that. I know that I wouldn't be as competent in personal injury law as Will or Fred or anybody else. It's what they do. And so, normally you'd want to say that that the profession can police itself. But by the state bar saying you're not going to allow it to specialize and say that, it also provides a level of protection for consumers that are hiring an attorney to know that there are some people that say they specialize in things that they really don't, and now I know that the law requires them not to. So
what's the least popular form of law to practice? Is it family law?
Proctology law. It's
it's a very.
It's just.
Yeah, now that's a specialty.
It's
right
in the dumps. So yeah, that's what I'd say. That's my answer. I'm sticking by it.
I mean, I think I've heard that family law is one that
it's tough. It's
you either
difficult.
really, really like or you really, really don't.
It is very difficult. Denise, in my opinion, is one of the best I've seen at what she does. But yeah, it's a difficult area of law. I've heard that one of the oxymorons is civil litigation, because it's anything but civil. Criminal law attorneys get along better with each other than civil attorneys do, I've seen. But we're headed to break. We'll be back.
Go to the website, radiolawtalk.com. That's radiolawtalk.com.